Yo, what's the deal? We back at this motherfucker again. Asha Renu. Let's walk over here in peace. What's good, Moon Spirit? What's good? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, 313? What's up, Robert? What's up? What's up? Peace and light. What's good? What's good? What's up, Kayla? What's good? Now, the reason I keep showing y'all this particular field within the desert is because just like if you was to go to Egypt or Kemet, it's nothing but ruins, but the spirit is still alive. So although we see ruins, it's nothing here. Whatever used to be here, I have no idea. Peace, peace, what's up? But the spirit is still alive. And guess what? We the spirit. So anyway, I'm not gonna take too long. Let's just get this, let me turn the camera around. All right, we back in this motherfucker. What's up? I'm not gonna take up too much time because I plan on doing a video later on tonight. It may be later on. So I wanted to get this video done for the people that may not be available at night, right? So we're trying to serve, we're trying to hit all planes. So anyway, let's get to the video. We're not gonna take too long. I'll give you a quick 10 minutes. You know what I mean? What does it mean to have an occult mentality? Let me give you a metaphor so that you can comprehend. So for example, let's just say you stand in the midst of chaos. You don't understand nothing that's going on around you. You don't understand nothing, like a newborn child. You understand none of your surroundings. So what do? First and foremost, you have to identify or measure everything around you. You have to identify or give everything a name. Remember, the names are important. If you know the name or the vibration of something, then you can connect with that thing and you can control that thing. So what does that mean? So let's just say you're in the midst of chaos. You have to first identify, like, okay, let's just say you reach your hand out and you touch an atom. Oh shit, that atom burns. That's a fire element. Oh shit, this is wet. That's a water element. Okay, this is smooth. This is a wind element. Okay, this is hard and stiff. This is an earth element. So on and so forth, right? So the first thing you have to do is to identify everything around you, right? What's the next thing? Now you must conduct experiments now that you know what you're dealing with. So you construct tools to do experiments. Okay, let me see how I can work with the fire element. Okay, boom, I done figured out how to make fire. You start experimenting with the elements, mixing and matching shit. Now you start mixing shit, doing experiments, expanding now. You start to expand now that you know what it is. And you start like, okay, when I mix this water and this earth, I get this. When I mix that fire and that earth, I get this. You start to conduct experiments, right? Now, from that perspective, you become the experiment after that. Once you've done your experiments with tools, you become the experiment. Now, like, okay, all these elements that I'm experimenting with, this is on the outside, but I represent all those elements within me. I am all of these things that I am experimenting with. So now you become the test subject. You become the so-called guinea pig. Now you throw yourself out into the chaos and perfect your body. Now we're talking about the body. You perfected your mind, you can say, with the experiments. Now you throw yourself out because it is wartime. In order to go to war, you have to perfect your body, right? You have to be in war shape. If you're about to go to war, physically, mentally, or spiritually, not going shooting people, it's just having your own mind and standing for your own truth. That may be a war in and of itself, because you will have people coming at you that don't understand you, that think you crazy, you know what I mean, that don't try to understand you, that's going to make your life hard, that's going to give you struggles because they feel like you're wrong or you don't know what you're doing. So they try to step in and say, okay, you should be doing it this way, whatever, but you must stand firm in your own truth. So even though you're in the midst of chaos, we're going to let this shit pass. Y'all see that? Y'all probably can't see it, whatever. Even though you in the midst of chaos, you stand firm on your motherfucking truth, regardless of whom or what. So that, when you become the experiment, when you throw yourself out there, you perfect your body, because now you have allowed your body to experiment, and now this develops your body. You can't develop your body if you're not doing experiments on yourself. That's taking it to the next level. Now, you can say, although you're doing experiments on yourself, the experiments can potentially be destructive. And you find that out once you throw yourself out into the field. Let's just say you do something and you don't like the result. You throw yourself out into the field, conduct the results. Let's just say you do something that hurts somebody else. It wasn't necessarily your intentions, but you did something that was harmful either to yourself or somebody else, whatever. Now you take a step back and you reevaluate, okay, if I'm going to be throwing myself out there and doing experiments in the field, which is chaotic, I need to make sure that I'm not destroying. I'm building instead of destroying. I'm building myself up and others up instead of destroying them. And again, so now you have a different perspective. So when you throw yourself out there, you know, okay, I need to establish certain structures and limitations and boundaries so that so that I don't harm myself or anybody else. You didn't necessarily have that mentality at first. It's just like a child. A child don't necessarily know that they're putting themselves in danger until they know better. Once they know better and they establish the structure, again, this is what parents do. And again, as you develop your mind, you start to develop structure. Okay, I'm going to go here, but I'm not going here. Let me do this. Let me not do this. You establish structure. Once you establish that structure and you start to build instead of destroy, now you can express that in an artistic manner. Because now we was talking about physically. You're throwing your physical body out there. Now that you know and understand compassion for yourself and others, now it can be expressed artistically. This is when you start to develop your artistic abilities, such as the spoken and the written word. The spoken and the written word will open up the psychedelic realm, or the so-called third eye, as we like to say. In order for you to open up your third eye, how do you open up the third eye? With the spoken and the written word, which is why people enjoy listening to things like hip-hop, especially like 90s hip-hop and all that. The spoken and the written word opens your third eye because it gives you vision. When you're hearing that psychedelic shit, that alternative thinking, it opens up your third eye because it gives you vision. Now you can see further beyond the physical realm. The spoken and the written word allows you to see beyond what your physical eyes can see. Now you can start to take those soul journeys and those soul travels and those astral travels, so on and so forth. But you need the spoken or the written word to even allow yourself to go deeper into your own mind. And once that is established, you start to integrate the inner and the outer worlds. Because now that you have soul journey, now that you have soul travel, because your third eye is open, you have vision now, because you have the spoken and the written word. Either you're producing it or you're listening to somebody else that's producing it. That's why, a lot of people are religious. Again, we're not anti-religion, because I understand. We study the science. Why are so many people religious? Why are so many people still in the church? It's because of the spoken and the written word, the so-called Bible, Quran, the Torah, and you have preachers. The spoken and the written word opens up your third eye. So if we ever wonder why is people still religious, it's because they are, in their own way, still having a psychedelic experience, and it still gives them vision, even though you can say it's destructive instead of constructive. Nonetheless, the effect is still real. That's why people are still under the spell, because it is a real energy there. So if you try to open somebody's third eye with mysticism, or I'm not going to say mysticism, with deception. For example, people use this information destructively so that we all know this. We already know this, right? We don't even need to hit it too hard. Appreciate whoever sent that super chat for $2. I didn't see the comment. I'm in the zone, but whoever sent that, shout out to you. Actually, let me see. John Bell, shout out to you. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. You've been holding it down for a minute. Appreciate you, bro. What's up? What's up, Mercedes? So, once you open up the third eye and it grants you that vision to see further, you can integrate the inner worlds. You can integrate your inner world, not the inner world, your inner world with your outer world. Now that the inner world and the outer world has been integrated, that's when you become or you start to grow your God consciousness. Now, for some people, that's the end of the road. That's just step one. That's why the last video I made, there's no skipping levels. That's just the introduction. Because once you establish your God consciousness, now you must stand firm. Now you have to go to war. Because now you got your body built up, you got your mind built up, now your spirit is built up. Now it's time to go to war. Now it's wartime. Now can you stand on your truth when all this fuck shit is coming at you? Can you stand firm? Because that's your test to see if you're really qualified to walk the path. You must be tested based on what you feel you have done. If you're putting in all this work, but when other people test you, you fall, then you know it ain't shit. So you must go back to the drawing board and make yourself more powerful, either physically, mentally, or spiritually. And you're constantly going through the same evolution over and over and over again till you get to a point where you can stand firm on your truth. Once you can stand firm on your truth, your God consciousness or the spirit of God starts to grow within you. That's why religious people can stand on the corners and shout out to Jesus shit. You know, with their microphones, because they're standing firm on their truth. It's their truth, so they don't give a fuck about coming outside and looking stupid to the public, and nobody gives a fuck. They still gonna put in that work. And that's why I say a couple videos ago, you must outwork the oppressive forces. Because every day is motherfuckers preaching their own truth, even if it's deception. Even if they know we just trying to run a business, get money. And again, it's business is business. It ain't our perspective or our prerogative to get in our feelings about this shit. It is business. Get out your feelings about it. Everybody is essentially doing the same thing in their own way. So you do the same thing in your own way, stand on your truth, and create the reality around you, right? So let's just say this is your reality. All it is ruins. You don't know what the fuck happened before, but this is all you see is nothing. It's just something used to be here. Now this is your land. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to build on top of the land as you grow your God consciousness, right? So just to give you all perspective, what does it mean to have an occult mentality? That means you're constantly growing your God consciousness, regardless of whom or what, by standing firm on your truth, by not being afraid to go to war with people, with spirits, with anything, physically, spiritually. It's time for war. Again, this shit is not going to get no easier. The deception will continue. This shit is not going to get no easier. As I said, every day, ever since I started doing this shit every single day, things have been harder. But here I am, still here. And I'm not going nowhere. So I have to be the live example. So I just wanted to give y'all that quick thing. I'm not going to take up too much time. So I'll see y'all later on. You know, once the sun fall and I get back at y'all. Peace, Otep. Fuck the bullshit. 100.